Hey friends, I'm MengChi. So today we are going to design these kind of basic radial graphic elements. Let's start with this line shape here. I'm gonna grab our starters. So we click on L and started to draw a line. I think maybe 432 looks fine. Okay, I'm already in this Figma draw. So now I'm going to use the radial repeat. And we could start to play around. You see this is looking a bit like off. It's not in the center. Why is that? Because the original line is actually in this place. So if you want something that look like a asterisk, the center is in the center instead of having this kind of thing right here. What you have to do is that you have to outline it. So we paste it here and then we are going to outline it. So outline the stroke so it become kind of like rectangle. So for this one, you can see there's in the middle you have this section in a white space, which we could do is just add some units. I'm gonna change the stroke into a bit curve. So this is the first shape that we will be using, and I am going to put it into this frame. So I'm going to hit K to scale it down. Now in this one, that I'm going to design this shape. What we can do is select the point and hit shift right arrow, shift left arrow, so it's symmetrical. Now we are going to round in the corner radius to the top, radial repeat, and 1, and now we have this. Let's try 5. I want it to be a bit fat, so I'm going to look like this. This is the one that we will be using. So copy it and then replace in this space in the center, and then hit Command K. Just keep it like as 80. Yeah, I think 80 looks fine. But sometimes I will also see the optical weight, so I feel this one is a bit too much, so I'm going for 72. It looks nice. The next one I will be doing is this one. So this one is kind of interesting to me. So we create a circle, and we are now going to use radial repeat here. So this circle will have a stroke, dash, stroke. We are having a C60, so we probably need to go 30. So it's in the middle. Now we're going to adjust the dash and gap. So let's bump it up. So as you can see, it started to become a little bit more loose. So but it has some limitation. So as you can see here, it only have like 4, and then you started to become have like 8. So it doesn't, I don't think it has an odd number. I'm going to put this a little bit bigger. So after I found this 8 number, then I'm going to reduce the gap a bit. Okay, now you can put it in our graphic, and then press K to open up the scale tool and make it 72 because I feel it's optical weight. Now we hit V back to our selection tool. So you can play around with the stroke position, so you can see more of this option here. So this is another way to make this rounded element. Now let's try this one. We create a shape here, a circle shape, and making it 30. And then we're going to have another one that's gonna be 15, and then another one that's going to be 7.5. So basically just 50% and another 50%. Yeah, but you can play around with it. So I'm going to select it all and then tidying up. Now change the color into black and then group it. Then hit radial repeat and then hit 0 unit. These trees are a bit too closer, so let's make it a little bit wider. So as you can see here, it become wider. Then we started to repeat the count. So as you started to have the odd number count, then this little dot will show up. You can check out the dot that you are seeing right here, that 1, 2, 3. So when you have even number, so you can see, it's actually just being covered by black dot. That's what it is. So let's select the whole thing and put it in here. Then hit K. Let's try something. I make it a vertical one, so let's look like this. Then we hit V back to our selection tool. Then I'm going to design this one. Okay, now this one we also start with a circle shape, and let's make it 32. It doesn't matter about this circle number. You can always scale down, scale up. Yeah, and starting to repeat. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. You can see it's 3 units and our circle is 32. I'm going to create a circle that is 32 times 3. I'm going to put it in here and vertically and horizontally align. Then I'm going to union it. Okay. The next thing, I'm going to duplicate this shape and put it aside. I'm going to change a bit about their repeat count because I'm going to do another one in the middle. So I'm going to make it a little bit less. As you can see, we are definitely need to change our gap. So let's start it with okay, 2 looks okay, and then for this shape, we are going to make it 32 times 2. Now we are going to vertical and horizontally align these two. And yes, let's change the color into white. So I'm going to do this vertically and horizontally align. And yeah, apparently this is way too big. So hit K and then started to scale it up. I like to make sure that I'm not snapped to pixel grid, because sometimes a tiny pixel can affect the horizontally and vertically aligned elements. Now I can turn it back out. Now select 2 and then hit subtract here. So basically these are non-destructive. You can still change it in this place, and we're still in the K mode. So if you wanted to change anything in the repeat group, you can see that you can't see anything in the repeat information in K mode, which means scale mode. So you have to click on V to start to see this repeat element, so you can start to change it. So let's start with 80. Also, I don't know why, even though I click on horizontal and vertically align, the panel, constraint panel, is still like left and right. So just to make sure it is all in the center, we're to click on it manually, and I hope Figma will fix that. The next one is a bit different. So for this shape to work, we have to start with a circular shape, and let's making it 100. Now another one is a square, which is 100. Okay. Now I'm just going to change the color a bit so we can see. Put this circle on the top, vertically and centrally aligned. Then what we would do is select all these two and then hit enter into vector editing mode. And the new feature is the shape builder. So click on shape builder. I'm going to select this shape only. So I'm going to hold option, so you can see the cursor here from plus to minus. So minus, and start to draw minus. So here we have this shape. So for this shape to work, that we have a few options here. First thing, we are not able to use repeat, radial repeat, because in radial repeat, it kind of repeat the elements in the center, which in this case, the center is right here. But we want to repeat the element in this center. So yeah, we are not going to use that. Then we could use option R. So you can see this rotation target is right here. It's also a new feature from Figma this year. So we put it on the rotation anchor that we wanted to use. Now the next thing is that we started to duplicate. So when we duplicate and then rotate, you'll see different. See? But you hit again, it's not going to logically do it right here. You just have to manually doing it. But it will keep rotating. Anyway, so it becomes this shape. But also there's another plugin for that. So what I'm going to do is Command K and then select transforming plugin. So this plugin is a powerhouse. So you select this element and get item from Figma. So there's a lot of things going on, but that's just keep the count. We need, I think, 3 of them, and we want the anchor point to be the right button. Okay, now we want it to rotate 90 degrees. So 90 degrees. So here we are, we have this shape, and then we're gonna paste item to the Figma. So we have shape right here. Nice. Okay, now we're going back to this place, but I wanted to show it a bit more. So what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna turn this into a component. So I'm going to back to the Figma design. Yeah, I honestly feel this is a bit clunky, but anyway, it works. Select this one and then I'm going to call this a star piece. Now we are going to duplicate the instance, and then since let's check if our vertex origin is still no. Okay, not inherited, but we could do it on our own. So let's do that. Okay, now I'm going to group it into a star. Okay, so if we want this star shape to be more sharpy, what we can do is this here, that I believe there's a Bezier handle right here. Okay, we could just lower it down and like have it right here. So if you can see, it becomes very sharpy. See that? Okay, so that's the first one that we could do. Another one is that, let me just reverse it. Now we could also adjust this curve without command, so we can select this curve. As you can see. So I think in Illustrator it's called picker and bloat. So you can start it to bloat it out, and then it's become this kind of interesting shape. Now you can also do in this place that you can see right here. It just have a little bit different. So it's kind of infinite kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to move it back to its original, and that's what we want. We select this one and then put it in our frame, do it in manual way, and then give it an 18 bit. So this is the one that we have. So now we have like everything. I also did a bit of more exploration right here, so you can check it out. And so these are the star piece, and I use variant. So for this one, this, and this. So as you can see, it's kind of fun. So for this one, I think it's worth mentioning that let's go in there and yeah, command, and then like this kind of ninja shape. Then in this one is like what I do is let's go into here and then select this vertical, and then I just rounded it up so it looked like this. So originally it's like this, the same as the left hand side, and then I just rounded it into excellent and become like this. So if you are using kind of star pieces rotation target, and then it's gonna be just like you only have 4 or 8, because that what you can do is duplicate it and then rotate, and then you can have 8. But if you wanted to have odd number, you might need some other different method. Then this one we will be using 2 circles to do that. So you go here, select both, and it goes to the boolean option to select intersect. Then you got this option, and then hit radial repeat, and here we are going to adjust the gap. Let's see, not 0, about 1. Yeah, that's what we want. We can start to adjust that. So this is 5. Okay, so it's a way that you could do this kind of 5 flower petal. Yet another one, if you really like this shape, like because you can see it's still a little bit different from this one and this one. This is rounded, but this is not, and it's kind of a lot for you to do that, but this is kind of easy to do. So we just copy this shape and then put it right here, and we are going to use the same plugin, use transform me, and then select origin on the right bottom anchor, and then select this get item. Since we already have 1, so we need 4 more copies. So also you have to calculate the degree. So basically it's 360 divided by 5, so which is 72, I think. Then we can paste this item back in the Figma. Okay, so I guess that's it for our tutorial. I'm still going to put this back to its place in our structure file. So essentially, if you look at this design, that I purposely trying to make sure that the element is gradually become much more complicated, and also the numbers will also respectively. So it does give a bit of meaning for these graphical elements. So it doesn't just like you just randomly pop in something in your design, but still it got some of meaning in it. So the first one is a star. So let's keep starting with this one. I'm going to make adjustment for these elements altogether. Remove the stroke first, then I'm going to adjust the blend mode. So it doesn't like competing with the info here, because info is much important than those graphical elements. So yeah, maybe let's start with the opacity first. This looks nice. Then we started with the, I don't want color, so I maybe highlight, I think I like this 20%. And yeah, you can see here, that is our tutorial. And yeah, feel free to take a look at this exploration, and the next week we will be looking at much more advanced radial graphic elements. Okay, see you.